Assalamu alaikum, प्यारे बच्चों. I hope you all are doing great and you have a great weekend. Okay, students, before starting my new lesson, I would like to give a brief review of my previous lesson. In our previous lesson, we have discussed about some important features of our important cities of Pakistan, including the Lahore, Rawalpindi, and Quetta. In Lahore, we have discussed that Lahore is also known as the heart of Pakistan, and it is located on the east bank of River Ravi. It is the capital of Punjab. The history of Lahore is very ancient and it belonged to 13th century. We can have the witnesses of the era of Genghis Khan and the Timur here. We can have the very important buildings of Lahore, including the Badshahi Mosque, Lahore Fort, Shalamar Bagh, etc. Plus, Lahore is also modern city too. We can find some of the beautiful buildings, some of the modern malls, just like the Emporium Mall, Packages Mall here. Then we discussed the Rawalpindi, and I told you that Rawalpindi is, you can say that it is a brother city of the Islamabad. It is located quite near to Islamabad, near the Rawal Lake. And it is very important for Pakistan because an important institution, just like the military center and headquarters of Pakistan Armed Forces, can be found here. Then we discuss the Peshawar. As you know, that Peshawar is the capital of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and it is a city with a huge history from the back times. It Peshawar usually guards the Khyber Pass that connects the Pakistan to Afghanistan. So it is also one of the important places. Then we discuss the Quetta. As you know that the Quetta comes from the Pashto word Quetta, and it is the capital of the Balochistan. In among all the provincial capitals of Pakistan, Quetta is the smallest provincial capital of Pakistan. We can find the amazing dry fruits and the fresh fruits like the apples and the cherries here. Qaid Azam Residency Ziyarat is one of the important places that can be found in Balochistan. Okay, student, let's come to the today's new lesson. So, today's topic is Pakistan and the world. What kinds of relationship Pakistan have with the entire world? Let's read it out. Pakistan is a member of United Nations and also regional bodies like the South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, SARC. So basically, Pakistan is also a member of SARC. SARC has usually seven members, including the Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, Nepal, Maldives, Sri Lanka, and Bhutan. Pakistan is also a member of United Nations too. Pakistan is a member of OIC, known as Organization of Islamic Cooperation. Being an Islamic country, it is very important for Pakistan to be the member of Organization of Islamic country. The purpose of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation is that if any matter or if any important incident happened to those countries who are the part of this organization help those countries. Being a part of these international bodies help in discussing and solving problems that may arise from time to time. As you know that हमारा जो मसला कश्मीर है कि हमें उसका प्रॉब्लम है तो यूनाइटेड नेशंस के सामने हमेशा से रखा जा रहा है and we are working on it. Our government of Pakistan always tries to solve our problem themselves, but अगर जो उनका problem नहीं solve हो पाता, so they reach to the these society. We have friendly relations with most countries and have also trade ties with many. Obviously, I told you that with respect to location, Pakistan is blessed with some amazing trade relations. Just like we have amazing trade relations with China with the help of CPAC corridor. A large number of people from all over the world Pakistan for business on official trips and as tourists. We have beautiful landscapes so the tourists from all other countries around the globe Pakistan and admire Pakistan. They come here to visit the famous historical sites and buildings. They also want to see all the beautiful places. Besides sightseeing, tourists can go trekking, mountaineering, fishing and hunting, take part in many other activities. तो अक्सर हमारे यहाँ पे जो फॉरेनर्स हैं वो ट्रैकिंग माउंटेनियरिंग के लिए आते हैं अक्सर जब कोई पिछले दिनों I heard a news on before this pandemic happened. I heard a news on television news channel that some of the Chinese tourists कहीं फंस गए थे तो उन्हें निकाला गया हेलीकॉप्टर के थ्रू तो बहुत सारे लोग यहाँ पर आते हैं बिकॉज नॉर्थ इंडिया इज अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह ब्यूटीफुल Pakistanis have always good at sports, and we have some world-class sports teams here. Our cricket and hockey teams and our squash player are known throughout the world. We also have many sports facilities and export sports equipments to many other countries. There are some of the cricket players in our history who are always admired by everyone. Just like the Shoaib Akhtar, the world's fastest bowler, just like the Wasim Akram, the world's best spinner, just like the Imran Khan, and many other people. And we have some of the very famous hockey players too, because as you know that hockey is our national game. We have some famous squash players, including Jahangir Khan and Jansher Khan. Pakistan is one of those country who also provides us some sports facilities all across the globe, including the uh, football that has been manufactured in Sialkot is supplied all across the globe. Nuclear future. As you know that Pakistan is the first Islamic country who became the nuclear power. Pakistan performed his nuclear experiment back in May 1998 at a point. So Pakistan is the first Islamic country to have developed Pakistan tested its nuclear capacity at Chaghi in Balochistan in May 1998, but Pakistan is committed to the peaceful use of nuclear energy, especially for power plants and to supply electricity. So ऐसा नहीं है that we have made an atom bomb तो हम इसको चुराकर दुनिया तबाह कर दें. But we aim to use it for the useful purposes. We aim to do it for supplying the electricity. Did you know private means they belong to someone, public means they are for everyone. So all the things that are private in the country, it means that they are not provided for everyone. And public means they are provided for everyone. Just like public goods and benefits, just like the public transport, roads and the bridges are public, they are provided to everyone. Everyone in the country can use them. So they are public. किसी कंपनी के who will only who can only use who will get it so they are private. You have already read about some of the many ways of the government works for its people. One key role is that the government provides public service and the goods for the benefit of all people. Services includes the national defense force, the police and fire protection. Public goods are economic products. They are used directly or collectively. This includes highway and sanitation system. Next topic, public goods and services. Public goods or services are benefits. By the way, please note it down that this is I'm reading it out. I hope you will do it when I will be given to you. Public goods or services are benefits provided to every citizen by the government. Their use by one or more citizens does not reduce their availability to others. Public transport, roads, bridges, national security, water supply, a clean environment, parks, hospitals, education, and the cultivation and availability of food crops are just an example of public goods. and services offered to the people by their government. So public goods and services are those things that are provided to the citizen by their government, and it is not the case that if one is using then another one cannot use it. A lot of people can use them at the same time, just like everyone in the country are using the roads, parks, hospitals and education, and they are not reducing at all. So it is for everyone living in the country. Private goods and the services. Private goods are the opposite of public ones. Private goods are not available to everyone, but only those who pay for them. Example of the private services are getting a haircut, eating at a restaurant, and having your clothes tailored. So private goods are only those people who can use only the private goods who will pay for them. These are not for everyone. Just like you go to salon, you pay for your haircut, and it will be provided to you. It will not be provided until or unless you will be paid for it. Armed force is my favorite topic because everyone of from us love our army. Pakistan's army, navy, and air force have always played an important part in the country's history. Our armed forces are modern, well equipped, and quite capable of defending our country. Alhamdulillah, Pakistani army is one of the best army all across the globe. Either the matter inside the country or they have to fight on the borders, they are the best. These forces also do a lot of good work during the peacetime and provide valuable support during any natural calamity. In the case of flood, in the case of earthquake, you always see that our army has always been there for us. They always help us. Even in this situation of coronavirus 2019, our armed force has helped us a lot. As part of United UN peacekeeping missions, Pakistani troops have been serving in countries where conflict or wars break out. Pakistan also helped the other countries where the wars happens. Pakistan is one of the top 5 providers of UN peacekeeper. Pakistan is also defending the Kashmiris too these days. In Bosnia, a few years back, Pakistan also helped the Bosnia people. In Pakistan, young people also have the opportunity by joining the Boy Scouts or Girl Guides. Boy Scouts and Girl Guides are those who help in the calamities. For example, if earthquake happened, that help the others. Organizations like these help young people to develop as responsible, caring, and useful citizens. I think that's enough for today. So I will be sharing your classwork. Please do it on your copies and please write your names, date, and day on top of your work. Thank you, everyone.